morning from Siem Reap. It is currently about 4:30 and I'm about to be picked up for sunrise at Angkor Wat. I do think it will be a shorter day today than yesterday. We're definitely not doing sunset. I have a feeling I'll be back around lunch, but we're gonna see. I'm very excited. I don't think I'm one of the first people to get there. I think I'm gonna be one of the last, but it's just gonna be me, so I think I should be able to find a spot. Also, I'm about to take off the glass protector because this is not it. Let's go to Angkor Wat. To the Angkor Wat temple. There's one tour group right behind me, but they're taking a group photo, so I pretty much got this entire place to myself. I mean, that is amazing. Wow, this used to be the old Buddhist university, I'm pretty sure, but this is so cool. Wow, this is so cool, and the fact that there are basically no other people here. Like, if you do sunrise at Angkor Wat, come straight here, be the first one in. Most people stay at Angkor Wat, but come here first. But like the tree just grows out of, I don't know, I guess the roof? Because, let me show you. Like, there is no tree down there. Like, you can look straight through here, and yet there's a tree growing from the top. Now there are roots going down, but still. That is really cool. I can understand why they chose this as a filming location. This is amazing. This makes me want to fly to Egypt and see the pyramids. Like, how cool is this? So amazing. Sadly, there are parts like behind me that are in ruins, but you can see what it was like, what it used to be just like yesterday, and it's amazing. This genuinely does feel like you're in a movie. This is exactly what you would expect. Like, when you see the movie, like when you watch Tomb Raider, this is it. You can live it. Just come here and you can feel as if you're not actually there, but this is amazing. These trees are so cool. And this entire complex is actually really, really big. I thought it was just going to be the one temple, but you could walk around here for like an hour or two at least. Take one guess which movie I'm gonna watch tonight. What a world we live in. This is unbelievable. I mean, last week I was hiking 2 volcanoes. Today I am in the middle of a jungle looking at temples. I mean, the fact that you can do this, see this, this is just... This is amazing. And I know I've said amazing a million times, just like yesterday, but I don't know how else to describe it. It's just beyond words. I thought, oh well, we're just gonna visit 2 main temples and some like small ones along the way. It's not gonna be that much footage. I think I'm gonna fill up this card again. I just emptied it after yesterday, but it's just gonna take forever to make into a video, but I think it'll be worth it. I hope so. it was just one tree, but there are so many more trees that are just intertwined with temples. It's so cool. It's just like, honestly, it's like nature took over, but not entirely. You can still walk around and see the temples. So cool. What even is this place? Also, I'm tomato red. I am sweating so much. Pretty sure I'm lost. My driver, you can go from like one side to the other, but my driver's still waiting at the same place. He's not like driving so he can pick me up at the other entrance. So I need to find the entrance that I entered in. I don't know. This place is too big. Can't find anything. That kinda looks like a snakehead. Just had a quick water break. I think right now I'm gonna find my guide or driver, whatever you want to call him. And then we're going to 2 temples, like small ones, out in the countryside. He wants to do Angkor Wat at around noon because he says that it's less busy then. So that means we've got plenty of time to kill. I've just asked the security guard where I need to go because I was officially lost. I could not find the entrance, or I guess like also the exit. And I walked past the same route at least 4 times. And I don't recall walking past here, but we're just gonna go with it. Wow. This might just be my favorite of all. And the fact that it's still quiet and not a lot of people is amazing. Apparently security has been communicating with each other because I just walked past a security woman. Very nice. She was like, oh, just go straight and left. And I'm like, no, I'm looking for the exit. She's like, yeah, my colleague told me. Okay, great, thanks. Found the entrance. This is great. It's also a lot busier, so I'm very happy that we went here first thing in the morning. Here you can really see that it's like a tree coming out of the roof. It's coming out of nowhere. Well, that was a success. Highly recommend coming here. Even if you have just one day, make sure you come here. Now we're off to some small temples and then to Angkor Wat. The name of the temple is Taprom, by the way. Not sure if I mentioned it, but it's also known as the Tomb Raider Temple, which is what it's most famous for. Not entirely sure what temple we are at, but we have driven into the countryside. There is one bus, like a small van, and one tuk-tuk, so I assume there's not gonna be many people here. My driver said that this was built by the same king as Angkor Wat, but this one is smaller, so I assume it looks like it. I don't know. This might be false information. Couldn't fully understand what he was saying, but let's go check it out. The hat is back on because it is extremely sunny outside, and I thought my driver said this was a small one, but it looks pretty big. So today's actually a pretty exciting day because exactly 1 month ago I arrived in Singapore. I've been in Asia for 1 month now, which feels so surreal. It feels like I've just been here a week, but I've had an amazing time so far and I wouldn't trade it for the world. And I just can't wait for the next 4 months. Got 4 months here. I'm so excited. Alright, I think that's enough of this temple. I'm thinking we have 1 more to go before Angkor Wat. Kinda ready to go to Angkor Wat and call it a day because it was a long day yesterday and the past week has been extremely long. But we'll see what my driver has in mind. I don't think we'll be very long. I think we'll be back around maybe 2 o'clock. So maybe a nice afternoon. Quiet, maybe a nap. So let's go to Angkor Wat. Alright, welcome to Angkor Wat. We are currently at the back entrance because my driver said that he would wait for me there and that I shouldn't go out front. but I'm gonna try to see if I can go out front without leaving like the gate, because if you want to come back in, apparently at the front gate it's a long line to get in, whereas here you can just walk. I'm pretty much the only one. But I would love to, where we were this morning for sunrise, I would love to see that during the day, because it was way too cloudy this morning. Like the sunrise was not good, which was kind of sad, but you know, it happens. I think this is our last stop of the day. There was one more temple, but I went there yesterday, so we're not gonna go there again today. And other than that, it's currently just like 9:45, I think. So I'm assuming by the time I'll be finished here, I'm not entirely sure how big it is. Yesterday I went to Angkor Wat, and that is a big complex with small temples inside. Whereas my guide yesterday said that Angkor Wat is a small complex but with a big temple inside. So I assume we will be finished by lunchtime and then back home or at the hostel around 1:30 maybe. As I suspected, which is, you know, normal, but this is the place where most tourists come. This is the most packed and the most people I've seen at a temple yet. I mean, I saw a lot at sunrise this morning here, but like during the day you can easily have temples like mostly to yourself, but here there's people, which is understandable because it is the most famous one, I believe. Well, maybe with Tomb Raider, but I don't know. This place reminds me a lot of Prambanan in Yogyakarta in Indonesia. Really cool. Part of me is really hoping that I cannot go up further because this is an intense workout, but all worth it. Angkor Wat, like this complex is amazing, but honestly, kind of done. I've seen more temples than I've done in my entire life in just 2 days. My driver's gonna drop me off at the hostel and then I'm gonna do nothing all day, to be honest. Eat and just do nothing. I do need to plan for my next few weeks and I need to apply for a visa, which might be trickier than I think, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, that pretty much wraps up Angkor Wat. If you have the time, buy the 3-day ticket. Like, you're gonna need at least 2 days here to explore, to see everything, to experience, to walk around, get lost, which I've done many times. Just like, unless you only have 1 day, just go for the 3-day ticket. You don't even have to go 3 days, you can do 2 days, but it is so worth it. And sunrise, I mean, I guess yes, it's not gonna cost you extra if you're going to the park anyways. And I haven't really seen Angkor Wat from the front. I've now only seen it from the back, where the back entrance where we entered, and a little bit cloudy at the front. But I'm gonna ask my driver if there's any way we can still go to the front, because I'd love to see the front. Which I'm not saying it's the reason why you're here, but Angkor Wat is the most famous temple here, I think. Maybe together with the Tomb Raider one, but I think it's I need to go. And then back to the hostel and doing nothing. Talk my driver into dropping me off at the front again because I really want to see the front. I am so happy that I asked to come here again. This was great and I finally got to see the temple in full glory in like the good sunlight. So now we finally go back to the hostel and do nothing. So dinner at Pub Street was cheaper than breakfast from the supermarket.